Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go now.
Throwing to start the drive. Cole. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Pierce now up the middle. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cole looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. The Cowboys at 1-7 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Ready, go.
Operating from the gun. Cole. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. This is Brown going up the middle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Cowboys nothing.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away.
The Cowboys take over first down again at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season, and right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves, but with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on third down, Cole. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Another carry for Pierce. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Operating from the gun. Cole. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to the ground with Pierce. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Cole. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Pierce will try to pick it up. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
On 4th down, Cole. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. They defer the ground to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. An inside give, Brown. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Murray now. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Off the play fake. Cole. Gets the dump off to Pierce. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I believe I can see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of a lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Mustang 19.
To throw on 2nd down. Cole. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 3rd down, Cole. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. The kick by Lutz is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. You know, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction?
That's caught inside the 20.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And this is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the first half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score. And now they're in a position to widen this lead.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there.
That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash.
Johnson's kick is good.
And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The big loss on 1st down leads to a tricky 2nd down, 18 yards to go. Operating from the gun, Cole. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
They're on the 34-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Murray going to throw. Looking deep downfield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Cut 19! Cut 19! Let go!
Operating from the gun, Cole. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use it. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
They'll look to throw again. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and 10.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! 18 Pioneers!
Back to throw again. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
It's their cornerback as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Lutt's good on the extra point. That slices the lead down to 17-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Murray. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Now Murray off play action. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Big Lion.
Here's Pierce on the counter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Cole. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
To throw on 3rd down. Cole. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. He hit his first. Now this from 43. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry. They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
And that's into the hands of Eckler.
And he goes out right around the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of...
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. So that challenge, a successful one.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Brown. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Cowboys 13.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Now a handoff for Pierce.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off play action. Cole on the move. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack. And it's going to lead him to 4th down.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Here's Hill on the return. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Cowboys 13.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away? Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
The Cowboys make over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready?
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one too low. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner? Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Let's go now.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Off the play fake. Cole. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball. These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pinned. This is intercepted. And the Cardinals will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance of victory. Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly. And what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Here's Murray. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly. I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football. Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles. No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game. He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Johnson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th. Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen.
And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions are...
Touchdown, Cardinals! Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cards add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Cowboys 13.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked by Trayvon Mullen.
And the Cardinals will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
The 71 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Full to run show, Fatukasi there on the tackle.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
He is going to find Hill here. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brown going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll give it here to Brown. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Cardinals up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Out for the PAT, here's Johnson.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Cowboys 38.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cards are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Right back to Brown, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. On third down, here's Eckler, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this.
And now here is another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Arizona, there will be a few sighs of relief, no doubt, in that locker room as they get their first win in 9 tries. And they'll get another road test next week as they head